Most men are not destroyed by one catastrophic decision. They are destroyed by distraction. Not because they stopped believing, not because they stopped caring, not because they lacked talent, but because little by little, day after day, their attention drifted away from what mattered most. A distracted man rarely notices he's drifting. He simply starts giving his energy to things that don't matter. He chases every opportunity, every trend, every notification, every opinion, and before long he wakes up wondering where the years went. The enemy understands something many men do not. If he can steal your focus, he can delay your purpose. If he can scatter your attention, he can weaken your effectiveness. If he can keep you distracted, he doesn't have to destroy you. Because a distracted man often destroys his own potential. That's why focus is one of the most important disciplines a godly man can develop. We live in the most distracted generation in human history. Never before have men had so much information available at their fingertips. Yet never before have so many struggled to concentrate. Phones compete for our attention. Social media competes for our attention. News competes for our attention. Entertainment competes for our attention. Advertisements compete for our attention. And if we're not careful, life becomes a series of interruptions. Many men spend their entire lives reacting instead of leading, responding instead of directing, consuming instead of creating. But God did not create you to drift through life. He created you for purpose, and purpose requires focus. A godly man learns to direct his attention toward what matters most and refuses to be controlled by distractions, because wherever your attention goes, your life follows. One reason many men struggle with focus is because they lack vision. If you don't know where you're going, every road seems acceptable. If you don't know your mission, everything looks important. Proverbs 29 verse 18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Vision creates focus. Purpose creates direction. Mission creates clarity. Without vision, a man becomes reactive. He allows circumstances to determine his path. He follows trends. He follows emotions. He follows whatever seems exciting in the moment. But focused men know what matters. They know what God has called them to do. And because they know their mission, they can ignore distractions. A man who knows his purpose says no more often. Not because he's negative, but because he's focused. Every yes costs something. Every commitment requires time. Every distraction steals energy. Vision helps you decide what deserves your attention. No one modeled focus better than Jesus. Jesus faced constant interruptions. Crowds followed him. People demanded miracles. Religious leaders challenged him. Disciples misunderstood him. Yet he never lost sight of his mission. Luke 9 verse 51 tells us he steadfastly set his face toward Jerusalem. That phrase is powerful. He set his face. He made a decision. He was determined. Nothing could distract him from what the Father had called him to accomplish. Notice something. Jesus often said no, not because he didn't care about people, but because he understood priorities. He never allowed urgent demands to replace his ultimate mission. Many men struggle because they confuse activity with accomplishment. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Jesus teaches us that focus means knowing what matters most and protecting it. Distractions always cost more than people realize. They steal time, energy, momentum, clarity, peace, and purpose. The dangerous thing about distractions is that they rarely appear harmful. Most distractions are not evil, they're simply unnecessary. We read in Hebrews 12 verse 1, "Lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily entangles us." Notice the distinction. The verse mentions weights and sins. Not every weight is sin. Some things are simply slowing you down. A weight can be too much entertainment, too many commitments, too much social media, too many opinions, too much noise. Even good things become harmful when they pull you away from your primary mission. The enemy often uses distractions because they're harder to recognize than direct attacks. Throughout Scripture, God consistently used focused men. For decades, Noah built the ark despite criticism and ridicule. Imagine the focus required. Year after year, hammer after hammer, board after board. He remained faithful because he stayed focused on God's instructions. Nehemiah stayed focused. When rebuilding Jerusalem's walls, enemies constantly tried to distract him. But Nehemiah responded, "I am doing a great work and cannot come down." That's focus. He refused to leave his assignment. Paul was focused. Philippians chapter 3, verse 13 and 14 says, "Forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal." Paul understood that progress requires concentration. Focused men move forward, distracted men drift. We read in James chapter 1, verse 8, "A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways." Double-minded men constantly change direction. One day they're committed, the next day they're distracted. One day they're motivated, the next day they're chasing something new. A divided mind creates a divided life, and divided men rarely achieve meaningful results. Focus creates stability. Stability creates consistency. Consistency creates progress. Many men fail not because they lack ability. They fail because they lack sustained focus. Today's distractions are unique. There are digital distractions. Many men check their phones hundreds of times per day. Every notification interrupts concentration. Every interruption weakens momentum. Social media encourages comparison. Instead of focusing on their mission, many men obsess over someone else's success. Comfort can become a distraction. Growth often requires discomfort, but comfort constantly calls us away from discipline. There is the distraction of busyness. Being too busy is not productivity. Many men are active but ineffective. They're exhausted but not advancing. Focus requires eliminating what does not matter. Every focused man eventually learns a powerful truth. You cannot say yes to everything. The more important your mission becomes, the more selective you must become. Every yes is also a no. When you say yes to distractions, you're saying no to purpose. When you say yes to comfort, you're saying no to growth. When you say yes to endless entertainment, you're saying no to productivity. Focus requires boundaries. Focus requires discipline. Focus requires courage, because sometimes saying no disappoints people. But focused men understand that purpose requires sacrifice. Here is how you can build the discipline of focus. First, clarify your mission. Know what God has called you to do. Second, move major distractions. Identify what consistently steals your attention. Third, build structured routines. Routines protect focus. Fourth, schedule time for what matters most. What gets scheduled gets done. Fifth, guard your mind. Colossians 3 verse 2 says, "Set your minds on things above." Sixth, spend daily time with God. The more time you spend with God, the clearer your priorities become. Finally, finish what you start. Focused men develop the habit of completion. This week, identify the 3 biggest distractions in your life. Write them down, then ask, are these helping my mission or hurting it? Choose one distraction to eliminate. Choose one priority to strengthen. After you have done that, then pray, "Lord, help me focus on what matters most. Give me the discipline to ignore distractions and pursue the purpose you have given me." The enemy does not need to destroy a man if he can distract him, because distraction slowly weakens purpose, slowly weakens discipline, slowly weakens effectiveness. But focused men become powerful men because they know where they're going. They know why they're going there, and they refuse to be distracted along the way. Stay focused, stay disciplined, stay mission-oriented, because a focused man becomes dangerous to distraction and powerful in purpose. Become a man of focus. If you have been blessed by this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel for more Bible-based videos.